The movie begins in 2003. A girl named Summerfield is at her high school spring dance, but Quinn tries to give her a letter, but instead he gets cockblocked. Inside, Summer doesn't seem happy since her best friend was killed. Meanwhile, a masked man is sneaking in the party. Ethan and the rest of the people are hoping that the killer in their town called the Sweetly Slasher gets caught. The Sweetly Slasher has already committed 3 murders. On the other hand, Summer is sad that her friend Emmy was one of the victims to the Sweetly Slasher. Ethan's drink spills on Summer on accident, so she walks away to a different area. Meanwhile, police are at the party and tries to stop it, kicking everyone out. Summer tries to fix herself up, but the masked man comes from behind with a knife. She attempts to run away and scream for help, but no one hears her, so she goes to hide quietly. She moves a bit too much and he hears her keys and finds her. The scene shifts to 2024 and we meet Lucy Field as she gets ready to go to school. While she's there, she overhears people talking about the murders in 2003 and doesn't feel pleasant. She goes up to see the pictures of the 4 victims who was killed by the Sweetly Slasher and sees Summer, which is her biological sister. When she gets home, she enters a room with Summer's name on it and goes through everything she had in 2003. But she sees that the floor is cracked and opens it to see a paper with a letter, but gets distracted by her mom. They go eat food and a waiter says that Lucy looks just like Summer. She tells her parents that she got an internship at NASA, but they don't look too happy. They all go to visit Summer's makeshift memorial at the location of her death, but Lucy forgets something in the car, but she sees a flash of light where Summer was killed, so she checks it out. She comes to find a hidden time machine, and she accidentally activates the machine, and it transports her back to 2003, just 2 days before Summer's death. She goes outside and sees everything is all cleaned up. Her parents are gone and Summer's memorial is gone. She checks her iPhone and she has no signal. She checks out the environment and realizes she's in 2003. She goes to school and checks everyone out, but she then sees Summer and can't take her eyes off her. She enters a class questioning if they know about time traveling, and Quinn, who is really good at physics, explains it's not a good idea to time travel. She speaks with Emmy, who was one of the victims. She stops Ethan from throwing Quinn into the pool and locks eyes with Summer. She tells Quinn that she is from the future and shows him an iPhone, and he is in shock. Summer comes up to them speaking to Quinn, and Lucy again can't keep her eyes off Summer and has her first conversation with her. She shows Quinn the time machine and needs help to go back to 2024. Scene shifts to Summer and Emmy, who are close friends, but they aren't on good terms at the moment. Quinn lets Lucy know that she should not change the past. Lucy shows him where her house was at and he finds out that Summer is her sister. Summer brings Quinn inside for help with her homework and she sees her parents, but they don't recognize her at all. Later that day, they both try on different outfits and they begin to create a better bond together. Lucy finds out the mall closes at 9 and quickly leaves to go to the mall. We meet Val, who is picking out clothes. We also meet Brian. Quinn, who works at the mall, gets asked by Lucy about where Val and Brian is at. Soon all the lights shut off, but Brian tries picking something up. The Sweetly Slasher interrupts and kills him. Val can't find Brian anywhere and sees him dead. She runs away while the slasher comes after her. Lucy finds her and intervenes, saving Val. They run down the escalator, but the slasher is down there already. Val slips and is killed by him, and a security guard is killed, leaving Lucy and Quinn in shock. After, Quinn lets Lucy stay at his place so she feels safe. She feels guilty since the security guard wasn't supposed to die. To get her back in time, she needs her dad's badge to steal fuel for the time machine. That night she sneaks in quietly searching, but Summer sees her. Summer now wants the truth on how Lucy knew something bad would happen at the mall. She tells her she's from the future, but Summer is confused. Lucy shows her the letter she found 20 years later. Lucy goes back to Quinn to attempt to bring her back. Summer finds the same letter that matches the one Lucy gave her. Summer comes to Lucy saying that she believes her now. Summer wants to know how her future looked like, but Lucy doesn't say anything. They find out the killer was never caught and wants to know who is next. Lucy says Emmy is next, and Summer wants to stop it from happening. Scene shifts to Emmy and she's on a boat. They all make it there searching for her. The killer is now on the boat. Meanwhile, Emmy is cleaning with headphones on, but the killer finds her. Summer immediately sees the killer and screams Emmy's name. She sees the killer coming to her and they all run. They escape without being caught. They make it back to Emmy's house, but Lucy tells Quinn the next person is Summer. He wants her to tell Summer herself. Later that night, Summer and Lucy go out to eat, but she has trouble informing her about her future. Lucy stays the night at Summer's house. In the morning she sees her dad's badge, but gets distracted by him. They reveal that they never thought about having another kid since Summer is alive. Lucy seems hurt hearing that. After their talk, she takes the badge with her. She goes back to the lab, but sees a letter Quinn wrote for Summer and she freezes. Quinn comes inside and finds out she never told Summer was going to be next. She tells him she didn't tell her because if Summer lives Lucy will never be born and Quinn is upset about it. Lucy shows him his letter about Summer, and he leaves. That day Lucy goes to Summer and explains that if Summer dies she lives, and if Summer lives Lucy doesn't exist. Lucy plans on saving Summer. Lucy goes to the place her dad works at and Quinn also came so they can steal antimatter. Summer now goes to their high school spring dance where she is supposed to be killed. The Sweetly slasher is now at the party also. Summer finds the killer and is calm moving away from him. Inside, Quinn and Lucy sees that the antimatter they need is gone and finds out the time machine belonged to the killer, meaning he is from the future also. Summer enters a barn and also finds out this is where she dies. The slasher is about to kill her, but a car runs him over with it. The car is unable to move, but the slasher is still moving. He takes his mask off, and it's Quinn who is the Sweetly slasher. They are all in shock, and the car begins to work. They go start the time machine, but the killer intervenes and says him and Quinn are the same. He explains that in his timeline everyone treated him terrible while Summer laughed at him while he was being bullied in school, so he wanted to kill Summer and her friends. The time machine starts to work and Lucy grabs the killer, pulling him towards the time machine. They are back in 2024 and he tries to kill Lucy, but she fights back and electrocutes him and then stabs him with his knife. Lucy goes back in 2003 telling them the Sweetly slasher is dead. Lucy decides to stay in 2003 with her sister Summer, and they continue to live their life together. Thanks for watching until the end, and if you made it this far, make sure you subscribe for more recaps.